Wow, my stream got taken down. Wow. That's crazy. That's crazy. Guess we're not fucking watching that. Wow. Fucking thanks, YouTube. Bro. Are you serious right now? Are you The stream got taken down. Apparently I can't watch that in America. That's so stupid. Well, that sucks. Yeah. What the fuck am I gonna do now? That's the only thing I had planned, is to fucking watch that. Watch like 4 episodes of that shit. Well, damn. Any recommendations? Regroup. I got this. I know what we could do. I've been wanting to watch this. Yes.
The drama began shortly after the Frederick Police
Department.
So
this is one of those investigative interrogation videotapes, right? Chris Watts. I don't know if you know who that is. Crazy motherfucker, killed his wife and kids. Oh, Lord. What? We finna watch this. This is what we finna watch. That's what we finna watch. Let's go.
The drama began shortly after the Frederick Police Department received a call from Nicole Atkinson, the best friend of Shannon Watts. She had arranged to drive Shannon into town that same day for a pregnancy checkup, but there was no answer when she knocked at the door, nor any response to her text messages or phone calls. After noticing her shoes were still at the front door, she became concerned and called 911.
Nicole?
Yes.
Okay, so what's going on?
So, my friend, we were out of town for a business trip this weekend.
All right.
And I dropped her off at 2 o'clock this morning. She's 15 weeks pregnant. She wasn't feeling well, and she had a doctor's appointment this morning at 9, and I told her to let me know if she needed me to take her. She's got 2 little girls. I've called, I've texted. Her car's in the garage. Her shoes she wears every single day are right in the front door.
And bro did not do a good job of trying to hide that.
How you doing? You seen your neighbors today?
Actually, from what I remember, bro was in the process of trying to hide the evidence when the cop showed up at his house.
Oh, okay.
So, like, I don't want to ruin it, but I'll just let it play.
What's Chris's phone number?
Chris's phone number is...
Hey, Chris, Officer
Her
Conrad.
name is Shanann. Shanann. Right? Not Shannon. Shanann.
For the police department. Pretty
No
good.
spoilers.
So, do you have any idea where your wife is? Right. What my concern is, her car's here. They're saying she is diabetic. I don't want her. If she's upstairs and can't respond. Okay. About how far out are you? Okay. All right. He said like 5 minutes.
It's not a sure sign of guilty conduct, yet the fact that Chris made the officer wait for his return would have most likely alerted some minor suspicion. In normal circumstances, a husband receiving a call from the police saying they were concerned about the safety of their pregnant wife and children, in most cases, would have given them permission to immediately kick the door down.
Yeah.
It's a truly somber awareness to know that the man stepping out of the car had only a very short time ago dumped his infant daughter's bodies into an oil tank and buried his pregnant wife in a shallow grave.
Yeah, that's what I was about to fucking tell you. So, like, he had literally just finished doing that and was coming back home to get rid of the fucking evidence in the house. This is
Scott, how you doing?
that.
So this is the only vehicle she would have? Only one that, yeah. She would drive? Okay.
The familiar routine for anyone checking for someone's presence inside a house, whether it be an emergency or otherwise, is to immediately call out to them for instantaneous reassurance. Chris remains silent, but instead feels the need to examine his wife's car before subtly sneaking through the internal garage door. He then disappears for 1 minute and 7 seconds before letting the neighbors and police officer inside. Only Chris will know what he carried out during that time period, but it's safe to assume that his curious behavior was not going unnoticed, made evident by the unsettled gaze of Nicole.
Yeah, and he tried to play it off like he was like on the way to work. It's just fucking, the whole situation's crazy. I'm gonna go get a drink real quick. I need something to drink. Kind of parched. Alright. Now let me get a blanket. Get cozy. Shit. Hola, amigo. Alright, let's get back into it.
As he opens the door.
Mind if I come in, Chris?
There were multiple key moments captured from inside the house, which may not have been noticed immediately by the officer, but would have no doubt been gathered by forensics upon further investigation. The most overt peculiarity was Chris's interaction with his phone. The guise of his thumb movement would have given the impression he was texting someone, which would have seemed very peculiar, as the normal response would be to frantically call people rather than text given the circumstances. Hindsight gives us a...
If, like... Say if he was just going to work and like got a call all of a sudden that his wife and children were missing from their house. You'd think he would the fucking entire time be trying to call her. Not fucking texting her.
Picture of Chris's
on Discord.
introversion, which is that he was most likely using his phone to avoid eye contact and progressive dialogue with the officer.
What time do you leave the day?
What time to leave there?
No, here.
Usually between 5:30 and 6.
Alright. And was Shannon here then?
Yes. Yeah, she's still in bed.
Does she usually watch the kids, or you have daycare watch them? Or?
She usually watches the kids if they're not at school.
Okay. You guys having any kind of issues, marital issues, or?
We're going through separation.
You are? And how's that going?
What a fucking idiot.
It's going
Civil for the most
Civil.
part?
Thirsty ass. You right.
Additionally, we are presented with the
This
subtle
cheesy bread
cues
makes
of
me
Chris's
thirsty.
forethought cover story, being that his wife simply ran off with the kids after a breakdown in the marriage.
all the girls' blankies are gone.
Like, what the fuck is that supposed to
Their
mean?
blankies they sleep with, they don't leave anywhere without them.
Good.
That proves I didn't murder him.
There's on the nightstand next to his brother's bed. Picked up, but here.
The rest of Chris's conduct could be analyzed and dissected in
Maybe
various ways.
she had a mental breakdown and oh fuck. Maybe she had a mental breakdown and dyed her hair. I don't know.
There's on the nightstand next to his brother's bed.
What a fucking piece of shit.
Picked up, but here.
The rest of Chris's conduct could be analyzed and dissected in various ways, and it would be easy to pick at certain oddities in body language and link them with signs of guilt. Yet, without the hindsight we have now, his behavior could just as easily be linked with an innocent man who is understandably concerned and frantic over the disappearance of his family. His very conservant neighbor, however, had the perceptual advantage of knowing Chris on a semi-personal level, and could analyze his kinesics in a
This
far
guy
more
is the
accurate
goat.
manner than the police officer.
You just want to go talk to him? I'm going to get his info real quick. No.
Bro started snitching right away.
Back and forth. He never loads his stuff in and out of the garage ever.
Right.
To be completely honest with you, my wife and I were kind of wondering when she was on vacation if something happened, because I've heard them full out screaming at each other at the top of their lungs, and he gets crazy.
Does he? And that's pretty recently.
Yeah. He doesn't look worried. He looks like he's trying to cover his tracks. He's normally quiet, real subdued. He's over here telling you 3 times what he took out, what he did, what he did, what he did. He's very, he never talks. So the fact that he's over here blabbing his mouth makes me kind of suspicious.
This was just after the
Shit.
moment he had shown both Chris and the officer his surveillance footage of that same morning, capturing only Chris leaving the house after loading multiple unidentified things into his truck.
But yeah, we can pick up cars coming this way. I get anything coming this way and making this turn. So, and usually at night I pick up the cars pulling a your turn. So, unless they pulled right here, but I would have caught her walking out.
Although not fully incriminating, as Shannon and the kids could have left through the back entrance, this was an extremely detrimental piece of evidence, and would have no doubt been extolled by forensics and made Chris an immediate prime suspect.
Yep.
The following day, Chris, for some bizarre reason, agreed to be interviewed by 2 separate news stations.
What
he
an
came across
idiot.
as extremely unimpassioned and detached from the alarming nature of the situation.
Like when I got home yesterday, it was like a ghost town. Like she wasn't here. Kids weren't.
Who says something like that?
I have no idea like where they went. Right.
When I got home yesterday, it was like a ghost town. I have no idea where they are. I don't know where they went. I didn't murder them. What are you talking about?
Now it's
Like, bro is so, like, unenthused. Like, not that he should be fucking enthused about his wife and kid's death, but, like, you'd think he would show at least a bit of emotion. Not sit there and fucking talk like Charlie. Jesus Christ.
you got K9 units, the sheriff's department. Everybody's like they're doing their best right now to figure out like if they can get a scent. If she wasn't here, like where did she go? Like once I got here, it was like all right, who can I call? I called her 3 times, texted her about 3 times.
Bro, I called her 3 times, texted her about 3 times. She just didn't pick up. I don't know where she is. Bro, does not seem concerned in the slightest. What the fuck?
What's going on? Like, if she's vanished, like, I want her back so bad. I want those kids back so bad. Right now, I don't even want to just, like, throw anything out there. Like, I hope that she's somewhere safe right now and with the kids. Last night, I wanted that knock on the door. I wanted to see those kids run in, just barrel rush me and just give me a hug and knock me on the ground. That's why last night was just horrible. I couldn't do it. I'm hoping that somebody sees something or somebody knows something and comes forward. Shanann,
What
Bella,
a fucking piece of
Celeste,
shit.
if you're out there, just come back. Like, if somebody has her, just please bring her back. I need to see everybody. I need to see everybody again. This house is not complete without anybody here. Please bring her back.
This could have been construed as shock trauma, where a person will turn numb and retreat into themselves as a means of escape. Yet the viewers watching this live from home...
Yeah, a person with fucking shock trauma wouldn't get on goddamn live TV.
We're probably thinking what we as the retrospective audience already know. He was called in for questioning 4 hours later.
At least I don't think someone with fucking shock trauma would want to be on TV. National television.
Somebody saw something. Somebody knows where these kids are. And I keep saying kids. I'm sorry. You kids in your life. I know you're going through a lot, so I'm not going to keep you here all night.
Yeah.
Tell me exactly what you remember, and I'll take notes of it.
Give me one second, y'all. I'm finna take out the garbage. Send
I
it.
already got it all in the thing down here.
Alright. Let me take out the garbage, y'all. Woo! Oh, shit. Oh, fuck. That would not have been good. Y'all enjoy this video right here while I'm gone. Just enjoy it. Let me know if it hits the corner. Woo. It is cold. Feel like you're dying? Same. I don't know why I got up. Alright. You'll be right back? Alright. You're good. Let's get back to this video. Should I do a stream where I watch this entire video? All 10 hours? Think that would be entertaining?
Where we can go. Okay. So
Maybe.
this 1:48 a.m. Let me switch chairs. Okay. Because when they come knocking, okay. When they come knocking, I gotta use that key.
One of the oldest and most commonly used techniques is for the interrogator to sit between the door and the suspect.
Yep.
This is for the purpose of heightening the feelings of isolation and dependence. It's an indirect subliminal message, letting Chris know that the only way out of that room
It's
is through the
him.
detective.
Yeah.
It's an excellent tool for stripping away confidence, thus increasing the telling signs and body language when information is fabricated.
4 a.m. That's when my alarm goes off for work, and I'm just get dressed, brush my teeth, everything I do upstairs. Okay. About 4:15. That's when I get back, slide right into bed next to her, and start having a conversation with her about having putting the house up for sale, and talking about it, like actually proceeding with the separation. Okay. And obviously it gets pretty emotional, like we're talking about, like we felt this disconnection was there, like falling out of love. And trying to stay together, maybe just for the kids' sake, but we're realizing that doing like our homework, it's not, most of the time that's not gonna work. Yeah.
Oh my god. Sorry, I just completely missed all that. Let me restart.
Cheers. Because when they come knocking, when they come knocking, I gotta use that key.
One of the oldest and most
We saw
common
this, we saw
tool
this.
for stripping away.
Get dressed, brush my teeth, 4 a.m. That's when my alarm goes off for work, and I'm just get dressed, brush my teeth, everything I do upstairs. Okay. About 4:15. That's when I get back, slide right into bed next to her, and start having a conversation with her about having putting the house up for sale, and talking about it, like actually proceeding with the separation.
Okay.
And obviously it gets pretty emotional, like we're talking about, like we felt the disconnection was there, like falling out of love, and
See, he made a big mistake. Like, I'm not defending this guy saying, I don't want... Battery level low. Thank you. Headset. Give me 1 second. You're back. What's up, Shadow? Welcome back. What was I finna say? I'm not trying to defend this guy, or, like, I don't want to say, like, I don't want y'all to think that I wanted him to get away with this shit or something, but, like, he made a giant mistake, like, telling the police that him and his wife were going through marital problems. Because that fact alone is going to make him the fucking #1 suspect of this case. Like, just that fact alone.
Just for the kids' sake, but we're realizing that doing, like, our homework, it's not, most of the time, that's not going to work.
Yeah.
So when I got home, I opened the garage door, and we went inside the house, and looked everywhere. Shanann, Bella, Celeste, nowhere to be found. Shannon's wedding ring's on her nightstand, her phone's still on the couch, her purse is still there, the medicine for the kids is still there, the car and the car seats is still there, and there's no sign of them anywhere.
Okay.
I was just hoping that, I left all the lights on in the house, I was hoping that I'd get a
He
knock
did
on the
what
door
at 2 a.m.?
at somebody's house, just decompressing.
What's going on, Steve?
Yeah, but after today, like with the onslaught of all the,
What the fuck did it say he did at 2 a.m.?
it's
What the fuck? Where did that just go?
like the disconnection is.
Am I an idiot? What the fuck? I literally just fucking... What the hell? We'll just fucking keep it going. Fuck it. Fuck it.
Give me lean the other direction about someone took her.
Okay.
But it's hoping that, I left all the lights on in the house, I was hoping that I'd get a knock on the door. But
Yeah, she's
nothing,
back.
yeah, but nothing happened.
What do you think happened?
At first, I really thought maybe she was just at somebody's house, just
Yeah.
decompressing.
What's going on, Steve?
Yeah.
Just
But after today, like with
decompressing?
the onslaught of all the cars, all the police cars, all the news, all the canine units, it's making me lean the other direction about someone took her.
Okay.
But it's just, if someone took her, it would have to have been someone she knew.
Yeah, it was
There's-
fucking
there's
you,
no
dude.
sign of anything like being.
What do you
disturbed
mean?
broken. But,
No
like,
shit.
That's the way I'm leaning now. At first, I thought for real she was just decompressing somewhere. I thought she was safe, even though everything in the house was left there. But now it's just after the day with the news crews and everything, it feels more the other direction, and it's freaking me out.
Discusses Shanann's friends circle, work life, phone history, computer history. Alright.
On that night, early that morning, I told her, like, the disconnection it's there, like, it's not going away, like, the connection we had in the beginning, it's not there anymore. It's like, I don't feel like the love we have is there anymore.
Okay.
And it's just like, I don't feel like, if we want to stay together for the kids, I'm not sure if that's going to work. Like, bringing
That's
another,
what you told her?
yes,
Okay.
like, having another baby, bringing us into this relationship, do you think this is going to work with us being together? Or separation, I think, is going to be the best possible route for us. And that's when, like, all the crying and everything proceeded. And it was very hard just to talk.
Jesus
talk about
Christ,
that.
dude.
But I
Holy
needed to do
shit.
it face to face.
Okay.
And I needed, like, I needed to see her face, like, while I did it. I couldn't text, phone, whatever. I needed to be face to face and be able to see her and know that she was gonna be at least reciprocating back to me.
Oh, what did she say?
She said that she wanted to kind of work on it, but if that's the way I was feeling, then she respects that.
Okay. 1 p.m. I'm now on my way home to check on my family. Is that just because you're worried based on the conversation with Nicole? Had the police contact you by then?
No.
Okay. 2, I arrive, sorry, go ahead.
But Nicole said she was probably gonna call the cops.
Okay. All right. Now, so it sounds like Nicole's pretty worried.
Mm-hmm.
More worried than you.
Oh, so once she couldn't get anything out of her and nothing was going on in the house, I was like, all right, I gotta go home.
The sharp and sudden change of angle from baseline questioning to direct confrontation would normally make an innocent person refute or at least challenge the statement. There would also be a brief pause, as they would need time to process the allegation due to its perplexity. A guilty individual would already be in a defensive state of mind and would normally respond in a hastily modus. Instead of refuting the remark, they would accept it, but try and explain its actuality in a defensive manner.
But it sounds like Nicole was more worried.
Yeah, because like most of if she doesn't text me, like I understand that. Okay. Like sometimes that happens. Okay. But for her not to get
bro's giving this long-winded explanation of some bullshit. But like, if that shit were to said to an innocent person, you'd be like, "Hey, yo, what the fuck are you trying to say? Are you trying to say I murdered my wife?" But like, it just goes off on some long-ass tangent about nothing.
That was very unorthodox.
Okay. So then they're at home. Police officers there. Then walk me through that.
So as we go through the house,
Do you immediately go through the house?
I open the garage door and I just go into the house. I'm looking, like I just go in the garage door and I'm looking.
Is the police officer saying, "Hey, let me talk to you for a minute"?
No.
No. Okay. What's the vibe like?
I go up there, shake his hand, but I'm like opening the garage door at the same time.
Okay.
And then I go through, and then they're waiting at the front door. I go in, open that up, and then they come in.
Oh, so they didn't go in the garage door with you? Okay.
Well, they went in the garage. They didn't come in the way I did.
All right. So then...
Is that who I think it... Barry Winkle?
I think that was that.
What is that name, Mallory?
And at 4 o'clock, that's when, because the neighbor...
What's
good? I was the officer. I went over to the neighbor's house to see if he saw anything. And...
Whose idea was that?
I think it was the officer, because
okay.
He just went over there. And then that's when the neighbor called him back over to show him he had some stuff from the other night. Okay. Just show him like whatever he had that put motion on it.
Okay. 4 p.m. Police check neighbor security footage and question them as well. Okay.
No, it's shit.
About that? Is that what
it's a fantastic gamer tag. I'm sorry.
Anything else about that?
No, I mean it just shows Nicole dropping her off, but her not walking up. And it shows me loading my truck up.
You made it when you were
About the time
13?
I told you I left.
Okay.
It's a pretty solid name.
Can we talk about something that's kind of hard to talk about?
My gamer tag when I was 13 was Zachary Play MC. The MC stood for Minecraft. So yeah, I played Minecraft, yeah, basically. That was my gamer tag.
So when I work investigations like this, I have to keep an open mind on everything. Okay. And part of keeping an open mind is listening to you talk about your wife and your marriage. And the day she goes missing is the day that you guys have marital discord. Okay. So you can understand what I'm thinking about you.
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
Oreo Kitty 02.
Makes me sick to my stomach, honestly. Like I know, like I've talked to a few
That's
of my friends,
fantastic.
like, this does not look good on you. I'm like, I know. It's like if people knew that we were having marital issues, they're gonna look at me.
Yeah, so why would you fucking tell them?
Yeah,
You dumbass.
my stomach because this is something.
Like, I don't want him to get away with it, but like, he just making shit harder for himself.
I know, like, you have to look at every vantage point. This is something I would never do to my kids or my wife. At all.
Why he's sitting there like
This
that?
is what is known as the pause technique. After the suspect answers a question, the interrogator will remain silent while
All these
maintaining
goddamn
eye contact.
techniques.
This physical demeanor gives off the subtle cue that he expects more information to be divulged and may already know more than the suspect realizes.
I'm not sure, like, what I could do, like, to make people believe that, just because if they knew we were having marital discord, they would automatically look at me. But there's no, I would harm anybody in my family.
Bro, if you're at the point where you gotta make people believe that you weren't the person who killed your wife and children, you are fucked. Like, just to say the least. You are fucked.
At all.
Holy shit, dude. Bro said, I don't know what I could do to make you believe me. Holy shit.
Discord, and we had that conversation that morning, and then she goes, we have no idea where she is, or the
fuck.
kids. I promise you that I had nothing to do with any of that.
Holy shit, dude. You are a fucking piece of shit.
Are you telling me the truth?
I'm telling you the absolute truth.
Why should I believe you?
A truthful individual will normally respond to this question with a question, such as, "Why are you asking me that?" or "What's going on here?" They will often protest the aggressive nature of the inquisition, or give a short and forceful response.
Because I'm a very trustworthy person, and the people that do know me, they know how I'm a calm person. I am not an argumentative person. I am a person who is...
Yo, the answer is because I would never kill my wife and kids. Bro's over here giving a fucking job interview answer. You know, like when they ask you, what's your biggest weakness? And you like gotta give some bullshit like, oh, I'm such a hard worker that I never let anybody else get work done. I just do everybody else's work for them. I'm that bad of a worker. Like, you know, like what the fuck, dude?
Never gonna be abusive or physical
Holy
in
shit.
any kind of relationship. I would never harm my kids. I would never harm my wife.
And now he
If you talk-
says,
I mean,
okay.
If you talk to any of my friends, any of her friends, they know me. They know I'm a low-key guy that's quiet. I'm not about confrontation.
This isn't funny.
I'm not about anything that elevates to that level.
This is not funny, but it's
I mean,
funny.
like if someone like yells at me, screams at me, I just take it and I just try to get it by the wayside and get it back to where it's cool. Like, just a
What?
cool conversation to where like none of that gets to that height. Because I am not that person. I've never been that person.
I love how the detective's just fucking quiet as shit. Just staring at his ass. Holy shit.
Okay.
Okay.
Would you take a polygraph?
Sure.
Oh shit.
Okay. Let's
How the
take a
fuck
little
do I
break.
get rid of that?
I'm gonna
Okay,
come
I
back
got
in
it.
here,
My bad, y'all.
because I have a lot more questions for you. How you feeling?
Looking at that picture, find him. Got him. Celeste, she's Rampage. She's always the one that's gung-ho. She's always the one that's just like, she's off. She's either go or sleep. She's always
What?
the one growling. She's always, she's a tiger.
She.
Bella, she's the calm, the mothering one. She's the one that's always, you okay? You okay? You fine? Okay.
Bro, he sounds like he doesn't even fucking know his own children. How fucking terrible of a fucking father can you be? Holy shit. Hold up, what? What did he say?
Celeste, she's Rampage. She's always the one that's gung ho. She's always the one that's just like, she's either go or sleep. She's always the one growling.
She's always fun
always
growling.
She's a tiger.
What?
Bella. She's the calm, the mothering one. She's the one that's always, you okay? You okay? You fine? Okay. She's just the sweetest little girl. She's the one that favors me more, and Celeste is the one that favors Shanann more.
This is so fucked. Holy shit.
I remember when they wore that dress. She just wore that dress not too long ago. I unbuttoned the back of it so I could get her pajamas on. She's like, no, Daddy, button. I got button. I'm gonna love those spaghetti.
There's 3 parts to this.
She likes long dresses.
There are 3 parts to this.
She was a girly girl.
I don't know. Oh, no. Yeah, we're gonna watch the second one. He takes a polygraph test in the second one. This one's fucking great.
I'm gonna find him, right? I need your help. When we find the guy who took him, what do you think we should do?
Kill him.
This is what is known as a behavior-provoking question. An innocent person will usually give what is known as a draconian response. They will immediately respond with the harshest sentence possible for the crime they are
Death.
falsely
Yep.
being accused of committing. A deceptive individual will often give an equivocating response. This means that they will fragmentize and divert from the question to a certain degree, as a means to avoid responding to the query in its entirety.
They're gonna come home safe, correct? When you find the guy.
When we find the guy, they're gonna come home.
Life in prison would be the...
Life in
that's
prison.
That's what I would think with 2 kids.
His own 2... Nah, bro. They're not just 2 kids. Just 2 random... They're your own fucking daughters, bro. What the fuck are you talking about?
What if he hurt them?
I'm not sure if like that penalty is even used. Is it used in Colorado? I'm not even sure.
What is?
The death penalty.
Okay.
I mean, like, if these kids are not alive, like, there's nothing you could do to cope
Bro,
with that.
they're your
to make
kids.
me cope with that.
Holy
Those
shit.
kids are not okay.
Those kids. What the
Okay.
fuck is
We keep
wrong with
talking
this
about some
dude?
complicated things.
Sure.
Some things that are gonna make you uncomfortable.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. You've done very good in talking to me about this really hard conversation you guys had. Okay? Very good. That's sometimes hard. And I understand why sometimes someone in your position says, doesn't want to tell me about that. Because please go help me find my kids, and you don't need to know about my marriage argument, okay? So I gotta say, you've done very good at that. And I need you to keep doing that. So I need to ask you about your marriage and infidelity.
Sure.
Okay, tell me about it.
I have never cheated on my wife.
That's a
And
damn
I
lie.
fully suspect she's
Basically,
never
if
done
y'all didn't know, that's why he killed his wife. He was cheating on her with some other woman. And his solution, instead of just telling his wife he wants a divorce and leaving, like a normal person, or just not cheating on his wife and leaving him for some other woman, and leaving her for some other woman, he decides to fucking murder her. He didn't go with option A or B. He went with option fucking C. Oh, no, sorry, Z. That is the last option you take. Well, actually, that's not even an option you pick. You don't murder someone because
The interrogator
You don't
was
want to be in a
already
relationship
aware
with him
that
anymore.
Chris was
Holy
cheating
shit.
on his wife with a woman by the name of Nicole
Yeah.
Kessinger. He had handed over his phone earlier on this interview for what he thought was for the purpose of going through his and his wife's mutual contacts to look for potential suspects. Judging by Chris's bold-faced denial, it's safe to assume he deleted all of his correspondence with Nicole beforehand. Yet
Yeah,
he was
what a-
most likely
he's a
unaware
piece of
that
shit.
the FBI have programs that can recover every single piece of digital exchange.
Yeah, that's what I know how to do.
Long after it's deleted.
Highly trained investigator over here, right? I see pictures of
Let me
you
tip
from
my
a few years
hat.
ago, and I see you standing before me now. Okay, you've gotten pretty fit. Okay, you can imagine when guys start cheating or want to cheat, that's what happens. Yes. So tell me about it.
If you fall asleep,
I did not
sorry.
know
You're
about
good,
it.
you're good.
Okay. What do I do to help you walk out of this room and not look like the person who's responsible?
You have to trust me. I had nothing to do with with this act of like evil cruelty, whatever has happened here. Because my love for these two girls and my wife, like I don't want anything to happen to them. I've never wanted anything to happen to them. No matter if me and my wife separate or not, or divorce or anything.
Bro is...
I never wish harm on anybody, on a human being in general.
Okay.
Like, just seeing that picture, like, I need them, I want them just to run through that front door and just grab me, or just just tackle me, knock me to the floor, bust my head up, I don't care. The amount of love I have for my family is exponential, and it's never gonna die. And I want them back.
Okay.
I have to have them back.
When you walk out of this room, there's nothing I can say to a room full of police officers that's going to convince them that you have nothing to do with this.
Yep.
I know.
You know what they think.
I know all that, yeah.
Here's a guy who didn't call 911.
Yeah,
who
he's just...
wife up, had a ridiculous...
I mean, he
car.
deserves it. Karma's a
He was
bitch.
so
What can I
guilty
say?
about something that he had to
Karma's
get off his
real.
chest and say, I don't love you anymore, I'm leaving you.
He couldn't be a man and say some shit like that. So instead he fucking kills his wife and kids. What a fucking pussy.
Okay, so what happened?
What a
She
fucking
told me she
absolute
wanted me to
bitch.
Wake her up before I left. That's why I didn't just wake her up, like, just to tell her this. Like, I woke her up. That's what she wanted to do, and we talked. Like, usually at 4 a.m. I wake up, I go down and work out. This day, I wanted to talk to her about this.
What are Sarah? Sarah?
I love these girls.
You're in the
I love
bubble
these girls
bath?
so much. And this picture
What?
right here, Celeste and Bella,
I ain't had a bubble bath in a
those are my
minute.
life. I helped make those kids. There's nothing in my life that means more to me than these kids. Nothing.
What an absolute fucking goofball.
That's your life. That's your lifeline. That's everything. Like, you make kids, they come first before anything. Kids,
Got
spouse,
some candles lit too.
that's what it's always been.
Shit, what the fuck? Make a bubble mohawk?
Nothing you've told me
I used to do
tonight
that. Well, not a bubble mohawk, but
Nothing
like
you've told me tonight feels like the truth.
just a mohawk with my wet hair.
Can we start over?
Sure.
Tonight's been pretty intense, I can imagine. How are you feeling?
Did bro say can't we start over?
I've slept like
Can we start over?
Sure.
Tonight's been pretty intense, I can imagine. How are you feeling?
What?
I've slept like 2 hours last night, so I'm like running on empty right now, but
I know, I can see it. So why don't I do this? I'm sure you don't mind if we take a break for the night. And I'm sure that you are feeling...
Hold up, y'all. Give me 1 second. You think the mistress had something to do with it, real shit? She had some part in it, I'm pretty sure. Like, planning. I don't think she actually had something physically to do with it. I think she had, She helped him plan it or plot it. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna help my friend with this homework. For senior demo assignment, preliminary proposal. Yep. Oh.
Come on, Rowdy.
This is it.
Rowdy, come on.
Yeah,
Rowdy.
this is it. Rowdy, get your butt out of here.
Who are you talking to?
My chat.
Oh, come on, Rowdy.
Who am I talking to? Talking to my lovely viewers, ain't that right? I gotta incorporate those two sounds into my stream somehow. I think whenever something makes me really horny, I'm gonna just go. Mom doesn't get it. Yeah, it's not a phase, Mom. It's not a phase. Oh, fuck. Let me tell him how to do this. I'm not looking forward to college, even though I got mail from maybe 10 of them so far. It's really not that bad. It's better than high school. You get to choose when your classes are, and fucking sometimes you don't have to go to fucking class till fucking 6 o'clock in the afternoon. Sometimes you'll only have one class, and it will be from 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. And the work really isn't that much. As long as you don't procrastinate and be a fucking piece of shit, it's not that bad. That damn Snapchat game is addicting, though. I'm gonna be honest. That farmland, I put everybody on that game. Let's get back to this piece of shit.
Some of the pressure from me. Okay. I'm going to commit to you that we're not going to stop working until we find them.
Okay.
Okay? And I want to commit to you that there is going to come a time when you're going to feel this pressure from other people.
Yep.
I'm not the only one who thinks that there's a possibility you have something to do with this.
Like another FBI agent, like pressure, or like just like
Everyone.
okay,
Everyone, Chris.
okay.
The interrogator is clearly
What kind of
receptive to
vegetables
Chris's
you got,
anxiety
Sarah?
and endeavors to amplify this emotion
You
before
just
ending
heard
the interview.
gunshots?
He
I hear
wants to
gunshots all the
inflate
time,
Chris's
too.
apprehension as
It's
much
okay.
as possible for the looming
I'm scared they're gonna
polygraph
come
test that
flying in
approaches
through
the
my
following
window.
day.
Tonight when you go home, one of two things is going to happen. You're going to pass out because you're so tired. Okay? And that's probably not going to be what happens. Your head's going to go race. Okay? So tonight when you lay down and your head starts racing, there's going to be things that come to your mind. Okay? This always happens. Always. It's very natural. You're going to say, I wonder why he asked me that. Okay? You're going to say, screw him. How dare he accuse me? Okay? You're going to say, I wonder if they thought of this.
That is a wild statement, Sarah. I gotta take a picture of that. I gotta take a picture of you saying that, Sarah. I got like 3 slaves now. That is wild. That is crazy. I can't believe you would say something like that. That is honestly terrible. Look in the group chat. Look at the group chat, Sarah. I got like 3 slaves now. That is a wild statement. My bed is right next to my windows, so I'm at a high risk of getting a nice bullet in my head. Yeah, I'm literally sitting right in front of my window. So like, I'd be fucked, basically. I can't believe you would say that, Sarah. Sarah Rich, I got like 3 slaves now.
You're gonna say, I probably should have told him something, or this, or that, okay? Those are the most common things. When those thoughts come to your head, I want you to call me. And those are beautiful kids. Those kids have a good dad, and I know it.
I just see the picture it's on my phone.
Yeah.
It's a better one, but it's just, I'm sorry too, but
those kids have a good dad.
The following discourse from the officer could be construed as the reframing technique, where an interrogator will try and shift the suspect's view of themselves from negative to positive, as a means to lightening the iniquity of their crimes and increasing the chances of a confession. However, this is more likely what is known as passive
Thank you before you
accusation, where the
speak, girl.
interrogator is almost certain of the suspect's guilt and indirectly accuses and in some manner
I'm gonna get you
indignifies the
canceled,
suspect.
Sarah, yeah.
This is made evident by the high praises the officer gives to Chris for extremely trivial deeds.
A lot of dads don't get second pairs of clothes and cook eggs and give them snacks at night, you know.
Yeah, a lot of
men
dads
are
also
going to
don't.
work, right?
I like to get involved.
But you're not that kind of guy, okay? So can we say that tomorrow at 11 o'clock,
Okay.
we can do a polygraph?
Here.
Here. I appreciate you coming in tonight.
Mm-hmm.
All right, give me a few minutes. This is Tammy. Did you meet Tammy yesterday?
No,
Okay.
the only one.
This is Tammy.
Oh, this is what the polygraph test
So on
is.
this,
Yep, I know.
This dumb motherfucker
motherfucker
agreed to a polygraph test.
It's not gonna buzz you or anything. Obviously, you're probably nervous about taking today's test. Honestly, I would think something is wrong with you if you weren't nervous about coming in here to take a polygraph. Even if people are like, I don't have anything to hide, it is nerve-wracking. And I have taken tons of polygraphs, obviously in my training. I went to 10 weeks for training. I've been a polygrapher for about 5 years. I went to the best school in the country. So I want you to have confidence in the fact that you had nothing to do with this disappearance. Like, we're going to find that out today, okay? I have the best training that they offer in the United States. We use the most validated testing. That's the way I'm going to ask you the questions. So believe me, if you had nothing to do with this, I will be able to show them that today.
This is psychological pressure disguised as reassurance. It's not a routine procedure during the pre-test phase of a polygraph exam, yet this technique will be used when the suspect's guilt is almost conclusive. Polygraphs are not a foolproof system, and they can be beaten, but with a heightened state of anxiety, it becomes considerably more challenging and unlikely. On this occasion, the polygrapher distinctly applies this technique for maximal effect.
There's actually only 2 ways you can fail a polygraph, okay? The first way would be if you fail to follow my instructions. I'm going to give you a lot of instructions today about how to sit still, how to answer questions, things like that. So if you fail to follow those instructions, you will not pass today's test, okay? The second way would be if you choose to lie to me today. You know, if you did have something to do with their disappearance, it would be really stupid for you to come in and take a polygraph today.
Yeah.
Right? Like, it would be really dumb. Like, you should not be here right now sitting in this chair if you had anything to do with Shanann and the little girl's disappearance, okay?
But yeah, everything flourished from there. Like in 2011, I proposed to her over in Ocean Isle Beach. And she was just sitting there crying with a little picture notice, and she recorded it. It was an amazing day just to see that. And then she left. I was there. Like, she had a midwife for this one, so like they actually had me like, oh, you can stand here and like, you know, catch her, and like, but Celeste came out like so fast that like I barely had a chance to go like this, and they moved me out of the way because she just like came out.
The polygrapher will also obtain the examinee's version of
this
the
man
facts
is a
regarding
fucking
the
idiot.
specific issues under investigation.
Steven said it would be stupid for him to come in. And he was just sitting there, yeah, it would be. Yeah, I'm a fucking dumbass. Basically, yeah.
I was hoping that I would get that knock on the door or a phone call or a text. I mean, her phone, they have her phone, like hopefully maybe it's a number I don't know. Hopefully it's like, you know, like a burner phone or some kind of like phone she bought, and she could just text me and call me like, hey, I'm okay. Something. Or just get a knock on the door and then the kids just run in. I miss like the kids like sitting at the dinner table and like having to tell them to eat their dinner, and Like, I miss them throwing the chicken nuggets at me. Like, I just want to find them. I want them to come home safe. Like, wherever they are, I hope they are safe. And I really hope they can just come home. It makes me feel like, all right, maybe somebody has her that's not keeping her safe.
Yeah,
Or
he's
something
just
terrible has happened. And that is
so
that's what I
nonchalant about the death of his wife and kids.
Somebody hurt them.
Chris recounts a brief summary of the events and states multiple vague possibilities for his family's disappearance. The polygrapher then starts to elect specific timelines for Chris to give his account on.
You said the next thing you know is her getting into bed with you. Is that right?
I felt her get in bed. We didn't say anything because I just kind of felt it.
Okay. Do you know if she was on her phone or like how any of that works?
I don't think she was on her phone.
Was she mad at all?
I mean, crying like she was, crying like I was. I mean, yeah, I mean, she was upset, but I mean, it comes with that kind of conversation.
In the next moments, you will see another subterfuge of psychological pressure.
Actually, the polygraph wasn't to prove it. Like, polygraphs can be used in court trials, if you didn't know that, actually. They can be used as evidence, because polygraphs are not 100% accurate.
Disguised as routine questioning.
But deleted text messages that he sent to his lover are...
I know it's totally awful to
Which is,
think about,
I'm
but
pretty sure he got
what are
caught.
ways, because I need to make
Like,
sure that you know what I'm talking about.
Or
What are ways
how he
that
got,
you can
like,
make someone disappear?
for sure 100% caught.
I mean, like, if you're talking about like what I've seen like on the movies or like how people, if you read about other people, I mean, when you hire somebody.
Like a hitman?
Yeah, I mean
Yeah.
I'm just being honest.
No, but that's what I want. That's what I want, because I want you to go through all of these scenarios in your head, because I want you to know for sure what I'm talking about when I say that, asking you if you physically caused her disappearance.
Okay, like you'd hire somebody, or you have somebody that would do it. I mean, it's like it's hard. It's a hard question.
I know this stuff.
It's a hard question to answer.
Right.
Because it had nothing to do with this disappearance.
Right.
So like, I don't even want to think about like, if you're asking me like how I would do it, like
anyone. Like how would anyone cause someone else's disappearance?
I mean, you would. I said like.
You could cause someone's disappearance by murdering them.
Yes.
Do you agree with that?
Yes.
So what different physical ways could you cause someone's disappearance through murder? You could stab someone,
Stab someone, shoot someone, hit them with a blunt object. What else is there? I mean, use a weapon like gun or a knife. I mean,
okay.
You could.
You could smother someone. You could strangle someone.
Hang someone. I mean, yeah, you can. All that kind of things. I mean, it's hard to even think about that kind of stuff right now.
Mm-hmm. You could strangle someone. You could.
I wonder why, you fucking asshole.
Shock someone dead.
What a piece of
You
shit.
could burn someone alive.
It's pissing me off.
What other ways?
Dude had the fucking perfect life, a fucking wife and fucking children. And fucking ruined it all. Dude misses his family with all the passion and emotion as someone reading a book report on a book they didn't read. It's rumored that this man is still saying that he hopes to hear a knock on the cell door and wants those kids to rush into his cell and knock him over, even if he bashes his head into the metal toilet he shares with his cellmate Big Craig. What a piece of shit.
As far as like.
I had nothing to do with it.
Like,
The
lure 'em
hole
into a
he is
trap?
digging has
Yes.
got to be a dime
Like, you
coordinates
know, like,
at this
have
point.
somebody waiting, like, around the corner and, like,
Sure.
They're in a coma.
Sure.
So if I ask you that question on the test, Chris, are you gonna have any issue with that? About you
Like-
physically
like
causing
going through
Shanae's
every single one of
disappearance?
those?
Yeah, like that would be a way you
Okay.
could cause someone's disappearance.
Okay, no, I can definitely, like, I can pass, I mean,
Or you could murder them, you could kidnap them, you could take them to another country, you could, you know, bury them in your backyard,
Yeah.
you could do a million things
yeah,
as far as, trying to conceal them,
yeah,
right? So that no one can find them.
yes,
Because at this point, she's gone. So when I ask you the question on the test, I'm not asking you about guilt. I'm not asking you about, did you make her feel so horrible that she ended up leaving? I'm saying that you were the one that physically caused her to disappear.
Okay.
Either by murder, kidnapping, you know, all of those other things that we went through, okay?
you want me to list all those, like?
No,
one-
no, you're just
Okay.
gonna say no to that question.
Okay.
Right, when I ask you if you physically caused Shanae's disappearance,
Okay.
your answer should be what?
No.
Right. So do you have any issues with that at all, and
No.
or have any question about what I would mean when I was,
No,
would be
that's
asking
total,
that
like,
question?
I just like going through all those that, that's a
Right.
lot to really think about.
Right. But
Like
that's-
trying to figure out, like, that was,
I'm gonna have you take a bathroom break, because we've been in here quite a while. You're gonna be taking what's called a directed lie polygraph. So what that means is there are gonna be questions on the test where I want you to lie. I know it seems kind of weird, but you're gonna know which questions these are, and they're gonna be easy to answer. They're all gonna start with before 2018.
The directed lie test has 3 types of questions. Known truth questions. These are easy questions to answer, such as, are you sitting down? Or, are you wearing shoes? They serve 2 purposes. The first purpose is to provide a baseline reading for when the subject is telling the truth, and should elicit very little bodily responses.
Yep.
The second purpose is to disconnect the examinee's thought patterns between each question as a means for resetting their cerebration for a more accurate reading. Control questions. These are what the polygrapher just explained to Chris. Whenever she says, before 2018, at the start of a question, Chris will know he is purposely supposed to lie. Each of these questions are deliberately constructed that all answers will be responded with no. Relevant questions. These relate specifically to the crime being investigated, and the examinee will know that they are supposed to respond truthfully. A guilty subject will show a much stronger reaction to the relevant questions than to the control questions, even though they will be lying on both of them. This is due to the immediate threat posed by the relevant questions.
So I'm gonna say before 2018, did you ever lose your temper with someone you cared about? And you're gonna say,
no,
because you're telling a
lie.
awesome. The test is about to begin. Please remain still. Did you write the number 1?
No,
Did you write the number 3?
no,
Did you write the number 5?
no.
This portion of the test is complete. Please remain still while I take the instrument out of operation. Okay, you can relax. How'd you feel?
This is the last time the polygrapher will have any correspondence with Chris before the real test begins. She gives him an initial compliment in a reassuring tone.
You did great.
That was,
You remembered to lie and everything. That was awesome.
that was,
This momentary boost in his confidence is then abruptly ripped away as he receives the following information.
So,
Yeah.
you obviously are a really bad liar. I've people told you that before, like the second you tell a lie, like they can tell like on your face that, because the second you lied to the number 3, like I don't know if you heard me clicking, but I like turned down the sensitivity because you were starting to go off the page. So that is what I need to see as a polygrapher, because that tells me that you know it's wrong to tell a lie. And you're actually having a significant reaction when you lie, so that is awesome. So thank you for being a horrible
Okay,
liar.
I
No,
feel
that's a
like
good
I'm-
thing. That's a good thing. We don't want to be good liars, so thank you for being a horrible liar. And that just shows me that, you know, obviously on the test when they're asking, you know, significant stuff about your wife, if you're lying to that, it's going to be even 10 times more amplified. So I appreciate that. I appreciate that very much, more than you know. So that was awesome.
What
The
an
coolest thing about this
idiot!
is right now, there's only one person in this room that knows what the truth is. And in about 5 minutes, there's gonna be 2 of us, so that's the coolest part, okay? And then I can go share that with them out there, okay?
Okay.
Alright, you ready?
Let's do it.
Your
What
test is
an
about to
absolute
begin. Please remain
buffoon.
still. Do you understand I will only ask you the questions we have discussed?
Yes.
Regarding Shanann's disappearance, do you intend to answer all of the questions truthfully?
Yes.
Is your first name Christopher?
Yes.
Before 2018, did you ever lose your temper with someone you cared about?
No.
Did you physically cause Shanann's disappearance?
No.
Were you born in 1985?
Yes.
Before 2018, did you ever say anything out of anger to a loved one?
No.
Are you lying about the last time you saw Shanann?
No.
Are you now in the state of Colorado?
Yes.
Before 2018, have you ever wanted to hurt someone to get even with them?
No.
Do you know where Shanann is now?
No.
This portion of the test is complete. Please remain still while I take the instrument out of operation. Alright, how'd you feel? Same as all of it?
I think it was the same through everything.
For ya. I'll be right back.
Okay.
What the fuck, bro? How could you do that? Oh my god, bro. What the fuck? Detective, when we find the person who did this, what should we do to that person? Chris, no ice cream for a month. What the fuck? Oh my god, dude. And he's like trying to make it seem like he's sad over this shit by watching these videos. Oh my god, what a piece of shit.
Oh my gosh, I did forget part of it, didn't I?
Excuse me.
So I brought Graham in here because we want to talk to you about the results, okay?
Sure.
So, it is completely clear that you were not honest during the testing, and I think you already know that. You did not pass the polygraph test.
Okay.
Okay, so now we need to
Darn.
know what actually happened. I feel like you're probably ready to do
It's
that.
darn shame.
I didn't lie to you on that polygraph, I promise.
Oh yeah, you promised.
Just stop for a minute. Take a deep breath. I want you to take a deep breath right now.
What a piece of shit. Alright, what's next? Let's watch The Legend of Jeff. Jeff is pretty cool.
Am I under arrest?
For now.
I'm under arrest?
Yeah, I'll explain everything, but before I explain myself to you, we talk to each other, I need to read your rights, okay?
What am I under arrest for?
Well, like I said, I need to read your rights first. Obviously, the charge is robbery, okay? Yeah, I'll explain everything.
I'm under arrest for robbery?
You are, but let me read your rights real quick, okay? And then I'll explain it all to you. Is that okay? Let me do that real fast? All right, Jeff.
Why does he sound like Walt Jr.
Can you read
took
with me?
some
Just
of
read in your head, okay?
Walt's
Before we ask you any questions, you must
blue
understand
meth.
what your rights are. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can will be used against you in the court of law. Does that make sense? You've probably heard these before, haven't you? Does that make sense? Do you understand your rights? Do you understand your rights, Jeff? Yes or no? You understand?
Come on, Jeff. Come on, Jeff.
Jeff, I'm just here to talk to you and figure out what happened and move you on out of here and release some of it. So do you understand the rights I read to you?
Jeff, answer the man.
Says you didn't do this robbery. This is your chance to talk to us.
Okay, good cop.
No, usually I'm the prick.
You look like the prick.
This is Jeff. Jeff is a heroin addict and has
Oh.
been for the last 14 years. He is 6'5", weighs 153 pounds,
Holy
and has now
shit.
found himself in the unfortunate circumstance of being charged with armed robbery. This is in the state of Georgia, so if found guilty, they will render him the minimum term of 10 years without parole, up to the
Holy
maximum term of
shit.
life in prison. Jeff has been through the system multiple times over, and he will know that if indeed found guilty, his sentence will be considerably longer than the minimum 10 years due to his previous convictions.
Jeff, do you understand your rights? Yes or no? I'm not asking if you want to talk to me at this point. I just wanted to know, do you understand what I read to you?
So am I under arrest?
Yes, you're under arrest.
Get me back to the cell. I don't talk to you motherfuckers.
Okay, fair enough.
I respect it.
You gonna be able to pop it open, or you need me to?
Jeff has become somewhat of a cult figure in the domain of interrogation footage. His recognition seems to have grown through his own popularity, as opposed to the notoriety of his crimes, like most others. Conveying the exact reasoning behind this can be tricky, as the interest in this character will no doubt vary by the individual. Yet we found the most collective reason can be explained through a single pop culture reference: the anti-hero. While the concept is timeless, the actual term was created through the realm of modern cinema. There's a diverse number of characters passing through the decades that fit the criteria. Yet perhaps the most textbook example could be
like
the
Michael
protagonist
Scott.
from the 2003 feature Bad Santa, a middle-aged man simply known
Yeah.
as Willie. This is a character that lies, cheats, steals, swears at children, drinks
Michael
an
Scott.
inconceivable amount of alcohol, and is generally extremely unpleasant to every single person he comes across.
Look who's here, Jimmy. It's Santa.
Fucking right.
Let's tell him what you want for Christmas.
I'm on my fucking lunch break, okay?
On paper, this is an extremely unlikable individual, yet for some reason, we root for him while following
That's
his
just
story.
funny.
Anti-heroes are flawed, as are we. Their moral complexity mirrors our own, and just like us, they are learning and growing as they move along the path of life. Their mistakes make us think of our mistakes, and perhaps the reason we root for their redemption is the reflection of ourselves rooting for our own. So you might be curious about the contrast
Michael
between
Scott's
the
annoying as hell.
anti-hero and the villain. One we embrace and relate to, while the other we despise and detach from. Both are driven by selfish motivations, yet our emotional response differs between them. The reason for this, while not necessarily obvious, is a relatively simple formula. The anti-hero must have a glimmer of humanity, alongside a noticeable vulnerability. This is what allows the viewer to truly connect with a character. It allows us to forgive them when they are unethical, but admire them when they are noble. It allows them to be angry, cowardly, and greedy, but also cheerful, brave, and empathetic.
Who the fuck is Thurman? Is that you? Is your name Thurman?
Yeah,
Thurman Merman?
yeah.
I'm sorry.
Jesus.
With relation to Jeff, while many of us can't relate to the feeling of being addicted to heroin for well over a decade, we can certainly understand the feeling of sadness. While we may not be able to put ourselves directly in the shoes of an addict, we can somewhat relate to the adversity that comes with it, not to mention the incredible magnitude of the situation he is going through
So
in this
bro's
video.
been in,
How he
like, outer
responds to
space
this
for,
very
like,
moment
fucking
is quite
ever.
literally the precursor to his entire future. He is at a
14
crossroad
fucking
moment in
years,
life,
holy
where
shit.
on one side is the possibility of hope, and on the other side is the outright guarantee of despair. The long-term path he goes down will be the consequences of the short-term choices he makes, all of which have to be judged and decided on while going through the early stages of heroin withdrawal.
I need methadone.
You need methadone?
Yeah, you guys can get me that methadone or what?
I don't have any. Do you have medication for it, or I mean a prescription for it? Or?
No.
What do you need methadone for?
'Cause I'm a fucking junkie and you guys, I can't get no methadone. I'm gonna go through withdrawal here in a minute.
Where do you usually get your methadone from?
I don't get it. I get heroin.
How long you been using heroin?
Long time, buddy. What are you trying to talk to me about here?
Talk to you about what happened last night. Look, here's the deal. Either you're in a bad set of circumstances or you went and committed an armed robbery last night.
Yeah,
Alright.
I'm in a shitty, wrong place at wrong time, obviously. I didn't commit no fucking armed robbery.
All right, then let's talk about this. Let's
I don't
not
have
keep
nothing.
up
I
the
don't talk
ante.
to the police, man.
I think it's in your best interest to. Man.
How? I don't
You're-
talk
you're
to the
sitting
police.
here- okay.
I've been through the system, buddy. I know how
I know
it
you
works.
have. I know you have,
You're
Jeff.
not my friend.
I'm not your friend.
You're trying to fucking get me. Or you're
No,
trying
I'm not trying to get
all
you.
you're trying to get is some fucking stupid ass fucking confession, and you're not gonna get one.
Jeff, I'm not going to get a confession out of you for nothing.
Exactly, because I
And
didn't
I'm
do
not
nothing.
trying to get a confession out of you.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you, I didn't commit no armed robbery, and y'all ain't got no fucking evidence
I believe
saying
him.
I did. Let me go. All you
Fuck
do
it,
is
I
find
believe
me
him.
sitting in my buddy's house because my fucking buddy's dog's going ape shit. I go outside, there are cops everywhere, and they spotlight me. They say, "Come here." I say, "What's up?" They search me. They ain't
Hang
find
on.
nothing. What's
Let
up?
me read this.
No,
before- Yes.
because I'm not gonna sign it.
You don't have to sign it. But let me read it for you. Okay?
I'm not signing nothing.
You don't have to sign it. Let me read it.
You already read it to me earlier.
I know we did, but I'm going to read it to you again.
Thanks for the coke.
You're welcome.
Thanks for the
Before we ask any
coke.
questions, you must understand what your rights are. If you cannot afford a lawyer and want one,
Jeff,
a lawyer will be provided
so
for you.
polite.
If you decide to answer questions now without a lawyer present, you will still have the right. You also have the right to stop answering at any time until you talk to a lawyer. Do you understand the rights I've explained to you?
So polite.
Huh?
Yeah.
Okay. Tell me what happened last night. Plain and simple. Your side of the story.
I'm not talking to you. I'm a lawyer.
All right. This is
I
what I
told
don't
you this
understand.
was- I told you
I
this
know,
was
but
gonna
this is
happen.
what I don't understand, Jeff. You were sitting there talking just like you were ready to sit here and tell me what happened last night, and then all of a sudden I read that to you and you screw it, I ain't talking to you. I want a lawyer. I don't understand that. What changed just in the...
Because I told you what, I already told you what happened.
You didn't.
How didn't I?
You didn't tell me what happened last night.
How didn't I just tell you what?
But now you've handcuffed me, and I can't talk to you because you've asked for an
I want a
attorney.
lawyer.
So, okay, that's fine. But I will tell you right now, you're still on a hold for a robbery.
I know. I don't know why I need a fucking lawyer because obviously I didn't do nothing. And obviously you guys know I didn't do nothing because I've been arrested for the same bullshit before and you guys don't interview me this much. So, wham bam, thank you for the coke. Put me back in the cell.
Wham bam, thank you for the coat.
What's that?
Just my boy. All right. I know we did this twice, but I gotta do it again every time, okay? Before I ask you any questions, I gotta read your rights. You understand that? Okay. Go ahead and sign there. I'm gonna take your Jeff off.
Look, I'm not signing nothing. I don't want
Okay, you don't have to sign anything. You understand your rights, though, right? That's all I need. A verbal yes?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's not trying to sign his rights away.
Or is that just a fairy tale?
It's coming. He's getting there right now. He'll be here in about 2 minutes. He has to watch the soda machine. Coke tastes good.
Mm-hmm.
Shit.
I have enough evidence
Like what?
of the armed robbery, okay? But
Go to
you know,
sleep.
if you're saying you didn't do it, you need to give me your side of the story.
I'm getting tired
I
too.
didn't do it.
It's alright.
Give me your side of the story. You got, convince me. Because I got a lot of evidence. I got a lot of physical
I think I'm
evidence.
finna go to bed. I'm getting
Like what?
kind of
Why-
tired.
why
I gotta
should
wake
tell
up
you?
early in the morning.
I mean, you haven't been helpful to me at all.
You don't, because I don't believe that you got any evidence.
There's only a couple pieces of evidence I'm missing.
Oh, lordy.
What's that?
Name.
Why do I need to do that? You haven't helped me out at all. You give me a little bit, I give you a little bit. We go back and forth. I give you one of my pieces of evidence, now give me a little something.
No, anything I say here can and will be used against me.
Sure, but anything you say here, I can also tell your parole officer that you helped me out.
That doesn't mean dick. There's no way. I didn't do it. There's no way.
How drunk were you? Were you drunk?
Yeah, I think I'm finna go to sleep, y'all. Y'all, have a good one, Shadow. Alright, y'all. Yeah, I'm finna go to bed. Hope you guys enjoyed the stream. If you did, leave a like, subscribe, do all that fucking bullshit, turn on notifications, all that bullshit. You know what it is. You know what it do. Actually, what is it? What it do? I don't know. I really don't. What am I talking about?